What's up, guys? In business, you have to have that fucking attitude of if it's possible, I will do it. I will get it the fuck done. That's the attitude that I have every fucking day. Is if something needs to be done in my business, if it's possible, I will fucking do it. Literally stretching the realm of possibility to the point where, let's say I go in the backyard and pick up a rock. I say, like, I need to find a way to break this rock in half with just my hands and my surroundings. Okay, I pick up a bigger fucking rock, break the fucking rock in half. If it is fucking literally possible, you need to find a way to do it. For the most part, I think if you can see it in here, you can hold it in your hand. 95% of the time, right? You have to have that attitude of like, no matter what I have to do, I will fucking get it done. You know, you try to implement different systems and strategies, and oh, you gotta read a book. You gotta read books every day. You gotta read for 4 hours a day. All that shit is fucking bullshit. You have a long term goal and 1,000 short term destinations on your way to the long term goal. Your only mission, your only thing is to get that long term goal completed. And you need to be willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to make that end result happen. If it is literally possible, stretching beyond the realm of like quantum mechanics, beyond the realm of physics, beyond the realm of what is currently a standard, if you have to re-engineer hardware or machinery or do whatever the fuck it takes to get the fucking shit done, you know, given the outstanding laws of God and nature, you know, uh, given the outstanding laws of God and nature, um, and pushing the limits of what is reasonably fucking possible. Like within like 98% of the fucking human capability of making things happen. You need to be willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to make shit happen. I don't fuck around with chemicals. Like if I want to make a new dietary supplement to optimize the human brain to 100% potential, that is not possible. That would require probably traveling to like other planets and stuff, and is only something that you could only really pray for. I think like your brain is optimal just fine as it is. For who you are and what you do and what you are destined to become and the choices that you make, you know, yes, the mind is so very fucking powerful. But from a chemical perspective, I say, like, I just want to be a monkey, man. I just want to be a monkey, man. I don't like playing with chemicals. It's like, chemicals is like you mix the wrong ingredients together and you could explode the whole fucking universe, you know, which is fucking bullshit. I don't believe in magic anymore. I'm 30 fucking years old. I don't believe in magic anymore. I don't believe that you can just do whatever the fuck you want just because you damn well want to. I think that you have to deserve what you want, you have to earn what you want, and you have to be willing to do whatever the fuck it takes. Whatever length that you have to go through, you have to be willing to fucking do it. You know, I just want to go down as one of the best business people of all time. You know, I will go down as a top 1,000 business person of all time. And, you know, is like, quite frankly, you know, I don't like when people try to impose their will on the world and in the economy and shit like that when they have no fucking, especially like assholes who think that they're gonna like redecide their life at the age of 30 when I've been chasing after this all my fucking life, like trying to get rich and shit. That they're gonna somehow outdo me when they redecide their life at the age of 30, you know, when I'm still going strong at the age of 30. You know, like doing my damn best, you know. And yeah, I gotta be honest when I say, yeah, it's a little bit different now than when it was when I first started, you know. Um, is like out of the fucking wilderness of the dawn of mankind came entrepreneurship. And eventually people started using currency to buy and sell things and as a medium of exchange to represent value. And in America, the more you work, the harder you work, the more money you fucking make. So this fucking, my brain, my brain never leaves fucking work mode. You know, it never switches off. I'm always working even when I'm just sitting around playing video games. You know, I'm always fucking working. There's always like, never, the money never leaves my central focus of my fucking attention. Except for maybe like the people. People are more valuable than money. If I value money more than I value myself, I value the people that I care about more than money. I'm not going to hell for all eternity over a little bit of money. You know, like the deal with the devil is something I will never do. To say like, oh yeah, I'll trade you this, trade you my eternity, Mr. Devilman, for, you know, money for like a little while. You know, for like literally forever of being on burning in hell. You know, I don't want to do that. You know, but when you basically consider that 99% of life is made up of shit that comes directly from nature, you know, you pretty much figure that think of marijuana. Marijuana is like a miracle fucking drug. Plant. It's a plant. It just grows like that, you know. Like Cat Williams says, it just grows like that, you know. It just grows like that, you know. I wish I could say like, oh, I'll be the number one business person of all time, but I will be top 1,000, top 1,000 with certainty. Because I'm not just some like fuck ass kid that grew up with the internet that now thinks that he's entitled, that is privileged. Okay, I started my first business before we had even a computer in the house. Okay, that's some fucking bullshit. These 19-year-old kids. You missed the party. You missed the fucking party. You missed the main part of the game where You just want to be fucking rich. That's about as far as I thought it through at that age, was I just want to be fucking rich. With no cameras guarding our communities, with no GPS locating device in our fucking pocket, I went door to door mowing lawns for like $5, which was a fucking deal. So before it was really safe to do, I was an entrepreneur. Now I'm willing to fucking bet you money. I will bet anyone 50% of everything that I have that at least 50% of these entrepreneurs today would not have the fucking guts. Or somewhere around like 50% of the entrepreneurs today would not have the fucking guts. The same, fucking balls to be an entrepreneur today than they were than how it was 25 years ago. And the weird thing is they're only like 5 years late, like 10 years late to the party. They're only like 10 years late to the party, so it sounds weird coming from a 30-year-old guy. But you're late to the party. I don't think most of you guys would have been happy, would have chosen entrepreneurship if it were the year 1998. Nowadays you click a few buttons on the computer and make millions. And somehow people think they have the right to call themselves an entrepreneur. Well, you are an entrepreneur, but that word has a little bit of a different fucking meaning today than it did when I started my first business 27 years ago. Like you're only 5 years late to the party, but it's a very different fucking sport or game nowadays than it was back then. It was like a fight to the top to fucking just survive that first, it was like a fight to come up like as quickly as possible to safeguard your fucking ass so that someone doesn't kill your fucking ass for everything you got. Because who's going to find out? It's almost like 50-50. Like, are you willing to gamble to kill the fucking rich guy in the mansion? That's the way it was 25 fucking years ago. It's a lot safer now. Now, entrepreneurs today, imagine a world where it's 100% safe. Like, you don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have to worry about getting robbed, getting played, getting scammed. None of that. It's literally even like that times 2 compared to where we come from. The best thing you could do back in like the 80s or 90s and all the way back to the beginning of fucking the economy, entrepreneurship and currency, is the best thing you could fucking do is try to join a gang or join a mafia or something to protect your fucking ass. And then you got to pay them a tax, right? They in the 80s and 90s they had the police, but the police, it's 50-50. Are you going to risk getting caught killing the millionaire for everything that he's fucking got? 50-50. You might get caught, you might not. You got to be very sly. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not saying people are pussies. It's not what I'm saying. It's just a very much more comfortable world. And I'm not one to talk, but we need to pay respect to the people that came before us. I mean it. It was bad. It was very heated in our communities as early as 1998. It was even the suburbs was living in the fucking hood. Yeah, what we know now as the fucking hood is the suburbs 25 years ago. So, anyways, yeah, I would never play with someone's balls and say that you're a pussy. I would never call a man a fucking pussy. I would never call a man a fucking pussy, but it's just a lot more comfortable. You know, to me is like a little bit like enables men to be fucking cowards. Enables men to be fucking pussies. I've got a camera guarding my front door. And cameras on every fucking street corner in this community. How do you think I feel? Is like, if this was 30 years ago, I would not feel nearly as untouchable as I do today. You're basically untouchable. Even if you get fucking kidnapped, you know, you got a phone in your pocket that tracks your fucking location. You know, there's like ways that you could manufacture complete and utter safety and security. Back then, like, this is all we had. A fucking what's this called? A rosary, and the Holy Bible, and like one of these, a gun, you know. And that gun is like your best fucking friend. Not that I really know, but I could pretty much get a sense that, you know, I didn't like live through my teenage years in that world, but I used to sell dope as a teenager, you know, been involved in gangs all my life, you know. I'm just over that shit now. You don't need that type of life now. But back like when I was coming up, even as early as like I experienced my childhood in that environment, in that ecosystem of everything's not so friendly and safe. That like fucking faggots nowadays will like call the cops if they start mouthing off to you and you decide to beat the fucking shit out of them. And they'll call the fucking cops. Because that's like a privilege that we have now in this world. And people like to abuse that shit to be a fucking asshole and try to get away with it. And I don't play that shit. You better check my fucking resume. I will beat the fucking tail off of somebody, man. I could do 3 months in jail and my life will not change drastically that much, you know. And like me, I'm a fighter. You know, I'm a fighter, you know. I'm not a killer, but I'm a fighter. I will beat the fucking shit out of somebody. Why would you ever kill somebody though? Why would you ever kill somebody though? When you could just when you could like break their arm or something, and then that is like you could watch them suffer firsthand, you know. that to me that to me is 100 times more satisfying than the fucking send them all to hell mentality, you know, is to like beat the fucking shit out of somebody. But again, I'm not a bad person. I stand with the police. I'm actually going to a police academy to become a police officer part-time. That's one thing I want to do with my life is a service to the community. I just love it. I love it. I love heated environments, you know. And that's one way that I want to serve the community because I'm not scared of anybody. I'm not per se scared of anybody, you know. And I think I'd make a great police officer. My grandfather was a United States Marine. And it's like just to keep communities clean and safe for people who want to live in a clean and safe community. I live in one of the most dangerous cities in the fucking United States. Well, this part of town's real nice, but the east side's real bad. I got shot at like 6 months ago on the east side, and didn't phase me, so it's just one thing that I had to go through on my road to becoming like the military service of the government. That like that's what I prayed for, that's what I asked for, and that's what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna apply for a police academy. And so let's see. I don't know what to tell you guys, man. You have to have that attitude of like, if it's possible, I can, I will, I must do it. I will do anything to fucking win. That's the attitude.